Hi friends, welcome back to another Renee's recap. Actually, this is totally not a Renee's recap. This is just like a grad school video. Wow, we are starting off super strong. This is like my 4th time recording this because I'm a perfectionist. 1, 2, sometimes I just don't like how the videos come out, so I have to just re-record the whole thing, and that's fine too. So, oh, and number 3 is I've had to re-record it because while this isn't that complicated, all the steps that I go through to get to the end of my semester plan are kind of complicated, and it's just sometimes it doesn't make sense, but and also it's hard to explain to other people because in my head it's just like these are the steps I follow, whatever, no question. But to make it make sense to you all, it's a little bit more difficult to explain. So basically, this method of semester planning is one that I did not come up with. I basically use a framework from this National Faculty Development sort of like connection resource sort of thing that my advisor is a part of. And so because she's a part of it, we get access, we as in my lab gets access to free seminars online. And so one of the seminars, well, let me just preface this, like the seminars are basically for junior faculty trying to get tenure, but some of the seminars really apply to grad students as well, because I mean, some of us are trying to go into academia at the end of grad school. So the lessons are very salient for both grad students and junior faculty members. So one of the workshops was every semester has a plan, and I really liked it because, as you all know, I am like a super planner, and I really just like the method that she uses. And then I just took it a little bit of a step further and sort of added in my own things as well. And so using her framework and then my own things that I know that I like to have in a plan, I've sort of come up with this sort of like step-by-step plan of how I make my semester plan. Actually, that didn't make sense. So using her framework and then combining it with my own sort of ideas and things that I need to have in a semester plan, that's where this sort of step-by-step thing has come from, basically. So the first step is a list of things that you want to accomplish in this semester. So you want to make sure that you're not setting like lofty goals, like I want to finish a whole project in a semester. I mean, if you can do that, that's great, but I know I would not be able to do that. And so you want to make sure that the goals are tangible and that you can get it done in a month, or not a month, in the semester. So what you want to do is list out things that you know that you want to get done in the semester. So how I do mine is I have like 4 domains. I have like research / writing goals. I'll have academic / coursework things. I'll have clinical things, which normally it's pretty blank because clinical things kind of come up. They're kind of spontaneous. They're not something I can really plan for. And then I also have personal goals. And so I think about what I want to do in the semester, and I'm like, okay, well, like in the personal goals, like I really wanted to start working out this summer. And so in my personal goals, I was like, okay, I want to work out 4 times a week. And then in like my research goals, I wanted to start a project with some data from a researcher at another school, or I wanted to, you know, really finish my thesis intro by the end of the summer semester. So those are just examples that you can use. Some other goals would be like, I want to finish my thesis, or finish and defend my thesis, or whatever. Think about all those things and you'll just list out what you want to do. Very broad, just like baseline, I want to work on my thesis intro. So that's the example I'm going to be like sticking with for the rest of the steps, and so hopefully this all makes sense. So the next step is to list out the steps that it will take to accomplish that goal. So for me, I want to finish my thesis intro, and so some of the steps are rewrite the discrimination section. I want to rewrite the psychological well-being section, and those are like the 2 broad ones. And then I'm like, oh, that's still kind of very broad. So what I do then is like, I'll break them down into like the smallest steps. So like rewrite the section about daily discrimination, rewrite the section about lifetime discrimination, rewrite the section about blatant and covert discrimination, stuff like that. And so you write it all out like that. And so this steps, you know, really helps break down your big goal into like smaller pieces so that you can accomplish the bigger goal, if that makes sense. So step 3 is do this for all your goals on the list. And so some of them it won't really work for, like, oh, I want to work out 4 times a week, but like that can't be broken down any further, so that one's fine. Like if I wanted to, you know, work on an intro for another paper, what are the small sections of that paper that need to be written out so that I can accomplish this big goal of finishing the intro, if that makes sense. So then step 4 is make a list of every week in the semester. So how I do mine is like week of June 16th, week of June 23rd, week of June 30th, and I'll write it out for every week of the semester, and then I'll make sure I have a little space underneath each one. What makes it easy is if you do it on the computer, you can just hit enter and then you have space under each week. So then after that, I fill in all the other obligations that I know are coming up. So this could be course assignments that are due. This could be big meetings that you know about already. This could be conferences coming up, anything like that I put already in the semester plan, or like the week by week look at. The week by week page, I guess. I don't really know what to call it, but the week by week page, and I fill in all that stuff first. And so then, before you move on to the next step, you can look and see like which weeks are gonna be really hectic for you. Like if you have an assignment due, actually going back to the step where we list out everything, I also do this for assignments too. So if there's like a big paper, I'll list out all the steps that need to be done with the assignment too, if that makes sense. So then, I'll write out like, you know, this is due this week or whatever, and then I'll start to fill in the little tiny steps of each goal onto the week by week page, if that makes. So like week of June 16th, I want to write about the daily discrimination research for my intro, and that'll be that week. And then the week after, I want to do the chronic discrimination research, that'll be the next week, if that makes sense. And so you do this for all your goals and you start filling it in, and then you should be able to look and assess and see if some of the weeks are too busy. You can rearrange your goals and move them to different places, or rearrange the steps to accomplishing your goals to different places on the semester plan. That makes sense. Hopefully that all makes sense. And then at the end, you should have a week by week, like play by play of what you should be doing each week. So, you know, next week I need to do this daily discrimination research. I need to finish my assignment for class, blah, 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 blah. And you should have a week by week plan of what you need to get done every week for the semester. And so that's the method I use. Hopefully it makes sense. If you have any questions about using this method, please leave comments down below. I would be happy to help anybody who is interested in making semester plans. And or if you just have any questions in general about how I plan, I am like a huge planner and I love planning. It's like one of those things, it's like my jam. I don't know, I just really like it. And so yeah. Also comment below video suggestions. I do have a massive list of video suggestions, and so slowly but surely, like this is one of them, and also just slowly but surely working through that list. And so I'm always looking for new video ideas, and I would be super, super appreciative if you guys left other video ideas as well. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram. I am back posting. I finally have figured out a good method for me to post and what kind of content I want to post, and so that'll be coming soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you all next week. Peace.